Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I have this look for you guys, and initially I wanted to do a talk through video today, but at the time I was filming it there was just too much action going on in the background, so I decided not to. But I definitely wanted to do an intro for you guys today because I have something very exciting I have planned going on this channel next week. I almost say my channel, but I honestly don't feel right saying my channel because you guys obviously make this channel what it is. So yeah, I have something so excited. I'm gonna be doing an unboxing. I've never done an unboxing on my channel before. Hold on. Okay, box. I haven't opened this thing I have been waiting for a while. I haven't opened it, but I want us to open this box together. Not just that, I am dedicating all of next week's videos on what's in that box. So I'm gonna be doing swatches, of course the unboxing, makeup looks. I am so excited. I just cannot wait to share it with you guys, share my thoughts, break it down, and just also for us to have fun with what's in this box. I'm not gonna say it. A lot of you guys are probably gonna guess. And if you guess, you know, leave it in the comment section down below and let me see how close you guys would actually get to guessing what's in the box. I'm excited and I cannot wait to share it with you guys. Honestly, this is just gonna like bug me, but I'm excited, and I think you guys are gonna be really thrilled as well. I honestly want to share this with you guys. I wish if every single one of you could have this, but because I know that, you know, it's not feasible for a lot of people to have, or not a lot of people would want it maybe, but they would probably enjoy watching something like this. I want to save it and I want to do it on camera so that we can all enjoy it together. And I think that would be the best way to do this. So stay tuned for next week. Come back Monday, Wednesday, Friday. By God's grace, we're gonna have videos all of those days. And yeah, I hope you guys are gonna enjoy this look as well. I decided to play with some blues today because I've been loving really dark navy blues. And yeah, just having fun with makeup, and I hope you guys enjoyed this look. I certainly did creating it. I'm going to try to include as much information as possible. When I was doing this look, all that was in my head was blending. Like, if you guys are, you know, like having trouble with blending, I am going to do my best to edit this video in a way where I'm gonna be showing you guys some techniques with blending. As I said, I really wanted this to be a talk through video, but you know, there was just too much noise in the background, so I'm gonna do my best on the talk over to explain to you guys what I'm using, what brushes I'm using, and why I chose those brushes. So I hope you guys do enjoy this video. Leave a thumbs up if you did, and of course subscribe if you haven't already. What are you waiting for? So yeah, I'll see you guys next week, and I can't wait. Do you see the smile on my face? I can't wait. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Okay guys, so of course I am going to prime, and you know the drill. I'm going to be using the Nivea aftershave balm all over my face before I go in with my foundations today. I'm going to be mixing two of them because this is the foundation I was wearing in my previous video, and someone or a couple people commented on it, so I wanted to use it again. It's the Black Up Cosmetics Full Coverage Foundation, so I did one you know, pump, I would say, of that with 2 pumps of the Chanel Perfection Lumiere foundation. The Black Up one is just very orangey, and the Perfection Lumiere by Chanel is very pink. The two together are just magical, so I tend to go for them time after time. For my concealers today, once again, I'm gonna be mixing. You guys don't necessarily have to do this. I'm just really super picky about finish of the skin. So I tend to mix foundations and concealers quite a bit. Today I'm going to be using the Sephora concealer, the Serum, their gel serum concealer, as well as the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer, which is probably my favorite concealer right now. So once I've blended that out, I'm going to go in with this powder from Inglot. It's pretty much their pressed yellow powder. Or their version of the infamous yellow powder, which just works very nicely on darker tan, medium, golden, deeper skin tones. So I'm just going to pretty much set the areas where I did put the concealer down. I'm going to be baking my under eyes today, and I already explained this to you guys. I feel like it's time for me to redo my foundation, highlight, and contour. Even though I wanted to really share with you guys some blend-in techniques, you know, it's time for me to redo a full face foundation routine and give you guys some tips as well on how to achieve like a flawless coverage. I'm going to be using a lot of Inglot products today. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but I'm going to be using their bronzing powder. I'll leave all their information down below. Their products are not numbered. I'm sorry, they're not named. They're numbered. So I'm just going to leave that in the description box below. I'm just going to go in with this brush by Bdellium Tools or Delium Tools, their 945 brush. Lots of different brush companies have the same version of this brush. It's just pretty much a rounded top brush, and I just love it to bronze the skin because it gives me control of where the product is going, but it also helps me to blend it as well. Next, I'm going to be switching to a deeper color from Inglot as well. And also my brush, this one is the C472 from, what is this one? Oh, damn. I forgot the company. Crown Brushes, sorry. Another brush that a few of you guys asked me about the last time in my previous video. Such an amazing brush, such a good quality for the price. This is giving me precise application within a specified area, and as you guys could see, I can still use it to blend. I always have a brush that I call my diffuser brush. That is the e.l.f. Cosmetics brush, the big fluffy one that I like to pretty much put powder all over the face with. So once I go in, I bronze, I contour, I always go back in with that brush just to make sure that everything comes together and kind of looks seamless. But still you can see where the cheeks have been defined and whatnot. And there I go with that, and I'm going to use the MAC Mineralize Skin Finish to act as my blend-in color. So I'm going to go, look at Charlie. I'm going to go in with the, I think this day I used the banana, no, maybe I think I did use, actually no, I used the Jordana powder, and I'm just using a little triangular sponge just to apply that underneath the eyes and just pretty much everywhere else that I did highlight. I kind of use the powder to clean up, and I love the Jordana one over the it depends on the look that I'm going for. Actually, I was gonna say that I prefer it over the banana powder, but the Ben Nye one is very stark, and if I'm using like a concealer, if I really want to brighten the area, say on days that I don't want to add concealer, it's perfect. But the Jordana one, I feel like it doesn't like alter the color of your concealer too much, so I like it, and it doesn't leave like a stark highlight. So yeah, that's what I used. As usual, I'm going to prime my lids before I go in with my eyeshadows, and I'm going to be using MAC's Soft Ochre Paint Pot. I kind of go between the two. I don't know why I choose one over the other. Painterly was my ride or die for such a long time, and then Soft Ochre came into the picture, and now I alternate between the two. So I wanted a transition color for my eyeshadow, so I reached into the Morphe 35O palette and grabbed that color that you guys saw me pointing to. And I'm just going to use that on a Sigma E40 brush, and I'm just going to use that in the crease just to act as a transition color. As you guys are seeing, this is not a color that is very pink, it's not very warm. It's just going to add a nice base for me to blend those blues into and give me a nice transition. For my brow bone, I'm going to be using that eyeshadow from Inglot. I'll leave all the numbers of the eyeshadows down below. This is a matte creamy beige, yellow beige highlighter. And I like to do that when I don't know if I want a shimmery brow bone highlight or a matte brow bone highlight. So I usually do that and then I'll decide at the end. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with a Sigma, I think this is their E35 or E25 brush, and I'm gonna get that blue from that Inglot eyeshadow. I'm gonna use the lightest color, and what I'm doing first is just placing the color through my crease with that brush. What I actually do after is grabbing like a cleaner brush, and I just use the MAC version, which is the 217 brush, and blend it, and then I go back in with the brush that I initially placed the color with, and that is just going to help to blend it. But before I go in with that brush, I always clean it off first. You guys will be surprised of what my clothes look like. I usually am wearing tights or jogging pants on the bottom, and bad habit, but I just kind of like, I know I'm not the only one that does this. I kind of just clean my brush on my leg as I go along, but if you want, you can have like a paper towel. But I like cleaning the same brush that I use to place colors off and then using them, because I feel like it helps to blend the color a lot better as opposed to using a cleaner brush. I don't know what it is, but I just prefer that method over using another brush. Even though it is available, I just prefer to clean that brush off and use it to blend because it gives me a better gradation of color. I want to say sorry for, the lack of focus. I don't know what my camera was up to today. I've been doing so well with, keeping it good with the filming, but today, I don't know what happened, guys. So I apologize, but there's going to be a part of the video where it's not the best focus. And of course, it's going to be on the part where I want you guys to see more of. But anyhow, I hope you guys forgive me for that. I'm going to switch now to a smaller brush. This one is the 221 brush from MAC, and I went in with that deeper blue color. And once again, guys, placing the color. You don't want to do too much blending, especially when you're using these types of colors, because once you put your first color, which is your transition color, then you place the blue, and then you blend that. You don't want to mess that up. So you want to use brushes that are smaller, that is going to give you a nice placement of color, and then you go in with another brush and you're going to blend. This takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of patience. It's not a look I would say for you to do if you're in a rush. You want to take your time and you want to blend it. Once again, I chose blues today because it's just the hardest color to use. It's very hard to not make blue look overdone, and a lot of people are afraid of it. So I really hope that this video helped you guys if you do want to do a look like this, or if you have a client that would love to rock something like this, or if you yourself want to try this out. Just be patient with it, and once again, the brushes make a lot of difference. Next, I'm going to work on the lower lash line, and I'm going to take this brush by Crown Brushes as well. This one is their flat line definer. It's the C432 brush. I used this a couple videos ago, and once again, this brush is like a flat brush, but it's just a little bit thicker, so it's giving me more color on the lower lash line. So once again, I'm placing the color and I'm going in with another brush and I'm gonna blend. After I blend, I add color and then I blend again. I don't go in with color and just start blending with the same brush. I place the color with one brush, then I go in with my blender brush and then I blend. By the way, I didn't know if I wanted to do black in the waterline or not, so I was just working on the lower lash line. Usually if I know exactly what I'm gonna do on the waterline, especially with a look like this, I would add the black first and then work my way down. So I would go black, dark blue, and light blue, and use that light blue to blend everything out. Today I kind of did the opposite. I started with like a mid-range blue, and then I worked myself up to the darkest shade because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do for my waterline. So once again, I'm taking the black, placing it, and just making sure everything is blended. At this point, I mean, everything should be placed so well that you can go in and just kind of tidy up the edges only. For my lid, I'm gonna be using an Inglot pigment, and once again, I'll leave the number down below. I love this pigment so much. It's such a beautiful blue, and it has sort of like a hint of purple to it. And if you guys know anything about Inglot pigments, I swear they are by far my favorite pigments. I don't think I've ever found any other pigments that I love more than Inglot pigments. Anyhow, to make that pigment stick, I use the Mix in Medium from MAC, and I just pretty much put it all over the lid. And before I move to the other eye, I'm going to pack that pigment on the lid. This is something you can do a light wash of it, or you can do what I do and just making sure that, you know, pigment is really nice and packed to the lid. I would not recommend putting on a pigment without a base. You know, a lot of people said, oh my God, there's so much fallout. And I mean, you are gonna get fallout, but you just wanna make sure that you have a nice base that when you put that pigment on, it's going to stay. So this is the reason why, of course, I bake one of, you know, when you're working with colors, there is going to be fall down. So what I do is I just brush everything away. It doesn't affect my base, and I'm good to go. So for lashes, I'm going to use these Pixie Luxe lashes from House of Lashes. And yeah, I just find that with these types of looks, you don't want to go too thick with your lashes, and you don't want to go too thin either. I mean, lashes are always optional, but I always think that, especially with a look like this, it just grounds the look, and it just adds that bit of drama that is necessary to make this look pop. And of course, you gotta make those lashes dry. So to complete the face, I'm gonna go back in with blush, and I'm gonna use this blush by MAC. It's called Gingerly. I think this was the first ever blush that I purchased from MAC. And I'm just gonna use that same brush and pretty much blush up my cheekbones. Okay, so I did go in with this highlighter from Inglot. Again, I don't remember which one this is. This one is I think they have 4 colors, and this one is like the golden shade. It's like a strip, so it has a light gold, a medium gold, and then a bronzy gold. As you guys can see, it's not giving me that pop. So I'm gonna go in now with Champagne Pop from Becca Cosmetics, and this is the, you know, one that they collaborated with Jaclyn Hill to do. Still one of my favorites, but I just find that I have to kind of layer it onto another highlighter because, once again, guys, you want a nice gradation and a transition of colors. So dark to light. So I'm going to use the same highlighter that I put on my cheekbones, on my brow bone as well. I did in the end go on the bridge of my nose and the tip of my nose. I actually forgot to film this and didn't realize until I was doing like pictures. So yeah, there isn't a clip of me doing that, but I did also do that as well. For the inner corners of my eyes, I went in with a pigment from Makeup Forever. I don't actually know the number of this one. I'm gonna try to find it on Sephora, but the number was rubbed off of it. It just has sort of like a pinky duochrome flash to it. And of course, you wanna make sure that you set that face because you don't want it to move and you want it to stay all night or whatever you're up to. Wherever you're gonna wear this look, you just want this look to be perfect and doesn't move. That spray is the Inglot, you know, makeup setting spray. For lips, I'm gonna be going with something on the pinky mauve side. I personally like to do like a, well, the glitter or the pigment on the lid has sort of like a pinky purpley flash to it. I personally prefer to keep it all in the family. I wouldn't go with a peachy nude on a look like this, which is a little bit more cool toned. I would go with a color that is in the cool tone family. Or go neutral. So for the lip liner, I did use Mauve Lip Pencil by NYX, and this is one of Inglot's new, it smells like strawberry milkshake actually. This is one of their new liquid lipsticks. I forgot the number, but once again, leave it down below. And then it was a little too pinky for me. I'm not the biggest fan of a pink lip unless it's a nudie pink lip. I should say a mauve lip. I prefer a lighter pink, so I'm gonna go over it with another matte lipstick from Inglot and just top it over that. And I always like to go back in with the lip liner because once again, I don't know, I'm obsessed with gradiating everything about my makeup look, even my lips. Like I feel like the liner should be a little darker because it gives the lip structure and shape, and then it kind of gets lighter to the middle. So that is the look, guys. I hope you did enjoy. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and to subscribe if you did enjoy this look, and I'll see you guys next week.